Hello and welcome to CMS Forex News. I'm your market analyst, Nick Nassad. Today is Wednesday, September 9th, 2009. Today's trading saw the euro rise higher against the dollar, extending its gains from yesterday following a break of resistance around the 1.44 level. Today's rally, which mainly occurred during early New York morning trading, stalled just below the 1.46 level. Stocks were higher in the US for a second straight day, which helped boost risk appetite around the pair. Late in yesterday's trading, a report showed that U.S. consumer credit plunged by a record $21.6 billion in July. That's evidence that consumer spending will be slow to recover as consumers rather pay down their debt and banks and credit cards tighten their lending standards. The indication is that consumers will not be the driver of the recovery in the U.S. economy, that the U.S. will have to look for it in other places like manufacturing, exports, and companies placing orders to restock their inventory. Today, the Federal Reserve released its Beige Book that showed that 11 of its 12 regional banks reported signs of a stable or improving economy in July and August. The report will add to other data pointing to an end of the recession, though the recovery is likely to be slow. The dollar was also weaker against the yen, with the dollar-yen pair sliding to 91.62. That low moved the pair below a set of important lows from mid-July and put the dollar at its weakest against the yen since February. The decline came despite higher stocks in the U.S., the second day that higher risk appetite did not benefit the greenback in this pair. Following its low, the greenback did manage to pare some of its losses, retracing 61.8% of today's swing down move. The pound-dollar pair fell overnight, but then managed to recover to retest its high from yesterday near 1.6590. The pound was unable to move above that level, showing a new level of resistance. The pound was supported overnight by a better consumer confidence report. The euro-pound pair rose in today's trading, extending its rally from the 0.87 area, and now trades around 0.88, which is the middle of the consolidation range we saw in late August and early September. The recent rally followed a 38.2% retracement of the rally from August 19th to August 27th. In the UK, as mentioned, the nationwide consumer confidence index rose by 2 points to 63 in August. This is the first time the index has increased since April and corresponds with increases in the three sub-indexes: current conditions, future expectations, and spending. A second report showed that UK shop prices were down 0.1% on the year in August. Last night, Australia released several fundamental indicators. Consumer sentiment improved by 5.2% in September, the highest level since July of 2007. The gain was led by consumers' future expectations as the assessment of current conditions remained moderate. Retail sales in Australia fell 1% for the July period, following a 0.8% decline in June. It was the first back-to-back decline since April of 2005. The data disappointed forecasts as the decline was broad-based and reflects the waning effects of the federal stimulus given out in the first half of the year. Australian housing loans saw a drop for the first time in 10 months. The number of home loans fell 2% in July, a figure that was worse than expected. The decline is a result of first-time buyers rushing to make their purchases before June 30th, the original deadline for those buyers to receive a tax home credit. The government did, however, extend this program's deadline till September 30th. The Aussie-US dollar pair fell overnight in the wake of the somewhat weak Australian fundamental news. It tested the 0.8565 level, which acted as resistance on Monday, but now has turned to support. Following that low, the pair rose to a new high of 0.8666. The pair receded yet again, showing some sideways trading. The Aussie has had a strong rally the past 6 sessions, climbing more than 400 pips as the pair set a new high for this year. Tonight, though it was too late for this broadcast, the Reserve Bank of New Zealand decided on interest rates. Also tonight, Japan will post data on core machinery orders and corporate goods prices, while Australia reveals its employment figures. Overnight, the UK releases its leading index and Germany posts its wholesale prices. Early tomorrow morning, the Bank of England will post its rate announcement, which will be followed at 9 a.m. Eastern by the Bank of Canada's. Also tomorrow, both the US and Canada release their trade balance figures for July. All right, that does it for today's broadcast. Thank you for watching here at cmsfx.com, and happy trading.